fashion friends. How are you today? I am back with another live, and I thought I would talk to you about how nice it can be when we have a choice of silhouette and how we can dress up a casual look with some feminine accessories. Now, of course, I'm assuming, I don't know, of course, there can be male or female, it really doesn't matter, or whatever you identify as. Yes, exactly. But anyway, we are working with denim today. Yes, and denim happens to be, not only is it classic, but it happens to be trending right now. Yes, and from what I understand, layering with denim, whether it's a dress with a jacket or whether it's a top and bottom or whatever you're choosing to wear, it really doesn't matter. And some people are wearing different colored denim. Some people are wearing the same color denim on denim, which is really kind of fun. And today I'm working with denim. Today we're working with a dress. It has a button front that goes down to the waist. And I have a couple of open there, so that, because otherwise it feels a little tight in the neck if I have it closed up. And this particular design has a little bit of a, it's got some stitching on the top here that kind of gives it a ribbing effect, and then it flares. And then there's a cuff at the bottom, which I think is really cool. I like the silhouette overall. I like the comfort of it. It's pretty comfy cozy. And here's one of the things that I see a lot of ladies talking about online: pockets. Yes, lots and lots of ladies are saying, why can't I have pockets? Well, this dress has pockets, and they're pretty deep too. You could literally use them to carry stuff around. So it's very, and where they're positioned is very comfortable as well, which is really nice. And I also chose to put on a ribbed sleeveless tank underneath. Now, you don't have to choose to do that. It would be perfectly fine not to have anything underneath because it is a dress. But I just chose to do that. It creates some contrast, it creates more coverage here if you prefer it higher on the neck. Welcome to my live. We're talking about having a choice of silhouette and using feminine accessories when you're working with structure. Yes, thank you so much for joining me. And so today we're working with this sleeveless denim dress that has pockets. We celebrate the pockets today, for sure. Now, today I have a couple of different things that I'm gonna work with here. I am building a look from the ground up. We've got the ribbed white tank underneath the sleeveless denim dress. And then I'm also wearing white nylons and blue shoes. Hello! Thank you so much for saying hi. You guys are welcome to leave comments about which silhouette you prefer. So we're starting with just the denim dress with a rib tank underneath, and then I'm going to add, we have a choice, but I'm gonna start with a denim and white wrap, which I have right here. This one has stripes, and I've worn this on many occasions in my videos. So if you're not new here, you'll recognize this wrap. Yes, this is one of my favorite pieces in my wardrobe. Oh, thank you so much for the hearts and flowers. Hello, Lucy. Great to have you join me today. And everyone else who is in attendance, thank you so much. So this is a lighter option to wear over the dress, which is why I chose it, because it's going to be a high of 86 today, which is pretty warm, although not necessarily so warm for where I live here in Texas. So it's not excessive heat, but at the same time, you know, it's nice to have some flow and a lighter weight fabric to work with. And of course, this adds some striping to the design element of the ensemble, and it also connects with the white under tank as well, with the white striping that goes with the denim look. Yes, this is not actual denim, but it gives the denim flair because of the color. And it also has some marbling effect in some of the striping, which I think is really cool. Very nice. So do you like the lighter flow of a wrap? Hi, Lucy. Yes, this is one of the silhouettes that I chose today. Now, I'm going to switch to the other silhouette. We're going to put this back on the hanger. There we go. Now, this is the other silhouette that I decided to choose. It is a classic denim jacket. And they're pretty close in color as far as the color of the denim goes. Yes. Now this is a much more structured jacket with a collar, and it's got pockets up here and it's got pockets in here. So now we have all kinds of pockets. Yes, we've got pockets in the dress, and then we've got pockets in the jacket. And I also chose to cuff the sleeve a little bit higher so that they don't get in my way when I'm doing things in the daytime. Exactly. Because sometimes, you know, you got to wash dishes and you don't want your sleeves in the way. Now this jacket is a denser fabric for sure. So it's heavier and it might be a little bit too warm. So I may not necessarily keep it on, but for the sake of talking about silhouette today, I thought that I would show you the difference between a flowy wrap versus a denim jacket. Yes, exactly. Now, when we're working with something more structured like this, it can be helpful to have accessories that bring in some feminine to it. Yes, exactly. So I am going to grab the first necklace. And this is a gold strand with some pearls, faux pearls, of course. Very long strand. And the thing that I love about this kind of choice is that you can wrap it. Yeah, it has no latch on it. So you can wrap it as many times as you want for a choice of length. Now I am going to go with a 4-strand, but first I have to get it over my head. And then we'll pull this down a little bit, and then we'll do the 4th strand. Okay, so now we've added some pearl with gold, which I think is really pretty. Yeah, absolutely. Doesn't that look nice? I think that looks really pretty. Yeah, there we go. So you've got the white of the pearl with the white of the under tank, which is nice. Yes, exactly. Now that accessory really kind of brings in some nice visual and texture to the overall look with the structured jacket, for sure. Okay, now we're going to add another necklace. Now this one is gold. It's got some larger size faux pearl on there, and it also has some coins and some beading in between that I think is really pretty. And since it also has the pearl, I decided to layer it up and put that on with the other one. I often like to layer my jewelry, which is also another trend that's going on in the fashion world, is that people are layering it up. Oh, I like the way that looks. They work really well together, don't they? I think so. Yeah, kind of adds a little bit of shine with the gold, for sure. I really like it. Yes. For sure. Okay, so we've added some feminine accessories to kind of up-level the look of the structure of the denim. I think that looks really nice. Yes. Okay, so now we're going to add some earrings. Yes. We've got a drop hoop. Well, it's not really a hoop. It's more like a teardrop shape with faux pearl on it in gold. It goes very nicely with the gold necklace that we put on first. And then, of course, it goes really well with this gold necklace too. Yeah, It all works really well together. I like it. And it also creates a little bit of contrast against the hair. Yeah, that works really well. I like it. Okay, now we're gonna add some bracelets. Hi, welcome to my live. If you weren't here before, welcome. We're talking about the choice of silhouette when we put an ensemble together. And I tried this silhouette on over this denim dress that I'm wearing that has a white ribbed tank underneath. And I tried this on earlier, and this one has a nice lightweight fabric to it that looks really nice. And it's good for summer because we're gonna have a high of 86 today. So back to the structure of the jacket with the denim dress. Yes, and we've added 2 necklaces. We have a multi-strand gold with faux pearl. And then we also have a gold necklace that has some really nice charms and faux pearl on it as well to layer that up, since I like layering necklaces a lot. It's really fun, and it happens to be a trend right now in fashion, which is really cool. Okay, so now we're gonna add some bracelets to our fashion party. I've got several here. I have a marbled blue and white, which works really well with the color scheme. And then I have a single blue beaded. And then we have white and gold, which works really nicely with the other jewelry. And then we have white and tan, which works good with the jewelry color scheme. And then I also have a cuff, somewhat of a cuff, more like a cuff bracelet, but it does have some stretch, so it's easy to put on. And it's got silver, gold, and what is that other metal called? Forget now. Almost like a pink metal. Yeah. So yeah, we've got all of those in our bracelet stack. And since I cuffed the sleeve on the jacket already, you can see the bracelets more easily. Whereas if you have the cuff buttoned at the bottom of the wrist, it's a little bit harder to see. So these are all the accessories that I chose, and I'm going to add one more piece that really brings in the feminine touch. And that is a lace scarf. Yes. Now we can choose to wear it loosely around, you know, tied up a little bit closer around the neck so that you can see the jewelry more readily. And of course we have the, we want to take the structure of the jacket and put it over it. We could do that. And then there's also the possibility of tying this up and then tucking it in. Although I don't ever usually do it this way, but since it's a lace scarf, it's an option to just have the lace tucked in, so it's just around the neck. Yeah, you could do that way too. But I like to do it, I like usually to wear it this way or bring it down just a little bit. Yeah, so that adds a real nice feminine touch to a very structured denim, for sure. And I really like the way that looks. You guys are welcome to leave a comment and say if you prefer the looser scarf or the scarf around the neck. And you're also welcome to leave a comment and let me know which silhouette you preferred, whether it was the wrap with the stripes or whether it's the denim jacket with the collar and with the cuff sleeves. Yes. I really like the way this looks. I love the way the lace scarf adds a feminine touch to the structure, for sure. And then you have the faux pearl on gold. I really like the way that looks. Very pretty. And then you have the faux earrings. I mean, the faux pearl earrings too. Now, with the scarf, the earrings are not quite as visible. So you may not want to add a scarf to the look. But I really like the way this came together. I actually pictured this in my mind as I was going to sleep last night. I do that a lot, actually. I do. Sometimes when I want to just focus on something that's really pleasant as I fall asleep at night, I will close my eyes and I'll picture something in my mind from my wardrobe, and I'll kind of like put a look together in my imagination, which is what I did last night. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to try that tomorrow and see how it looks. And I'm actually really pleased with it. So yay, for sure. So it's always wonderful to have a choice of silhouette in your wardrobe when it comes to putting ensembles together, so that you can choose either one way or another. And it's nice to have those options so that you can either have a long, flowy kind of silhouette that's easy breezy, or something a little more structured and casual. And then you can use your accessories to dress it up and to add some feminine touch to it, depending on what you prefer. Exactly. I really like the lace against the denim. I really do. I think it's a nice touch. And instead of choosing, I could have chosen a blue and white tie-dye scarf, but I think that would have been too busy and a little too heavy. So I think the lace works really nicely against the denim. So that is what I was going to share with you today. Thank you to all of you who have joined me for this live as we talk about silhouette and using accessories to add some feminine touch to your ensemble. Exactly. Now, if you would like to have more inspiration for your wardrobe, you're welcome to check out my Fashion Styling with Dawn playlist. Tons of videos, from daily looks to building from the ground up. I have a lot of things that you can tap into that might give you some creative impetus for your next wardrobe ensemble. Absolutely. You're also welcome to check out my website at dawnherring.net. I have a page called Fun with Fashion where all my videos are located, as well as images and some sketches that I have done. I draw my wardrobe every evening in my journal. I have so much fun with that. Love illustrating what I wear each day. It relaxes me. It gives me the opportunity to work with design and with motif, and it's just fun. I like to draw and then color it in. Yes. And I like using colored pencil and pastel, and I also use fine line pen as well to draw the outlines. So you're welcome to check that out. And then I also have a brand new blog called A Time to Play. And of course, wardrobe play is the best. Yes, absolutely. Why not go into your wardrobe and just play with different parts, right? Play with this and play with that and see what comes together. I love the aspect of play in the way we dress. It's so much fun. Yes, exactly. So I have been featuring my lookbooks from each week, and I have been choosing a winning look, the one that I love the most from that week, as well as a runner-up. And then I give detail on how I put the look together and why it worked for me. So I will post a link separately, and I will share with you the last lookbook post that I put up last week, if you would like to go check that out. So I will do that when I'm done here on this live. So I have lots of things to share with you. I'm hoping to see you guys again the next time we go live to put a look together. I also have longer form videos in my Fashion Styling with Dawn playlist where I build a look from the ground up and I talk in detail about why these looks work for me. Yes, and I do it in such a way where I don't plan it in advance. I mean, I do take out the accessories and have an idea of what I want to do with it, but I literally dress from the ground up in front of the camera for you. And then I see how it works and how it doesn't work. Exactly. So if you're interested in watching my longer form videos, Fashion Styling with Dawn, introducing, building a look from the ground up, or keep it simple or not. Some people prefer it more simple. Some people don't like a ton of accessories. They just like to keep it simple and plain. Although I don't say plain in a bad way. I just, and that's fine. So we start with a very simple look and then we build it from there, just like I did here on this live. And so it can be a source of inspiration for anyone if they're looking for some tips on how to put a look together. Absolutely. So thank you so much for joining me today. I've had fun. I've enjoyed putting this look together for you, and I appreciate you guys stopping by to check out what I have to say. So you guys have yourself a delightful day, and remember to have fun with your fashion.